thing.
Hi, I'm James. Okay, so we're just going to run through what we've been doing today, since we haven't really updated anything on social media ever. I'm joking, Jess knows what she's about. No, it's the wrong side.
75 followers, man, I think I know what I'm doing.
In a second. I'm getting there. Oh, fuck it, you know what I'll do. Okay, so right now there's splash screen in just for placeholder. You can select your race. Buttons are off the screen because they're broken. We'll fix it. It's okay. It's okay. So right now what you can do is you can garden and you can go to the dungeons, so you can have some nice items. Some nice music's in that Millie's made. It's very nice, it's pretty. When you enter the dungeons, the garden, you get a little explanation from Eliza, who is our mascot, and she's the owner of the
Adventurers Guild.
And she basically teaches you what to do on the first playthrough, and you'll be able to see this on the screen. Here, somewhere, maybe down here,
Down
maybe
here.
up here, right? Okay, and then in the dungeons, you can see we've got a little placeholder background in right now. So I kind of skipped through what she was saying, so that's not really useful to you. But essentially, you open your seed drawer, and from there you can select a load of seeds to plant. This little thingamabob over here basically allows you to see the stage of watering and like growth outside of the garden. So this is more important outside than inside, and it'll probably be something that's hidden when you're actually in the seed. But essentially, right now, all of the planting and growing is in. These sprites are way too large, so when you plant things, it kind of takes over the whole seed. But I will show you, oh god, I'm just covering it back in. Essentially, what happens is I think this is changing, but at the moment, if you select a plant that is beneficial for another plant, the plot will shine green. But I think that's being changed to Eliza saying don't plant this here or like.
It was more like it's up to you, or like some plants grow better, some plants grow better or worse next to each other. It's up to you to figure out whether this works, and then possibly as a curve, like the next 2 levels in gardening, it will show you.
And then it's like the younger kids can still play it, and but if you're like more our age, no, I'm going to build a garden ever.
Challenge this.
Yeah, so that'll be hidden and taken out. Well, until later part levels, which would be great. I also yesterday went through and built the greenhouse scene, and we can go to the next design. This was actually so much more difficult than it actually intended to be because I couldn't use the same scripts because of certain references. So I had to clone scripts and change everything from plot to greenhouse. So that's what I spent my lovely day doing yesterday. But this works in pretty much the same way. That this probably shows the functionality a little bit better in that if it's good for it, you'll be able to see it there, and that decreases the growth time by X amount of seconds. Let's do this so I can show you what makes things grow faster. Okay, great. So you'll be able to see if I just kick this down, so it actually does something useful. This one. We have these are sort of the indicators that we want. So like if the plant's low on water, you get increasingly more colourful warnings about what to do about
Water your fucking plants!
but this is now all persistent too.
Eliza just comes after you.
So you can go back to the shop, this is the placeholder shop scene, and you'll be able to see what's going on in your garden, so you're aware. But we'll hide this and just have it on a button press.
So it's not consistent.
No, definitely enough. And then for our essentially there is a little description about the helping hands up there now.
Oh, okay. It's just off screen.
Yeah, so the water helping hand is a jack of all trades so far, but obviously this is some bits changed heavily. Fire is basically a glass cannon which has the highest attack and the lowest defense. I've bumped up all the speeds because they were too quick. Wind is the fastest attacking, and then Earth has the highest defense, but as a result it's slower. Which ones?
The water.
Oopsie daisy.
It's fine.
We'll swap them back. And as you can see in the little greenhouse display here, 2 parts are grown, so you have to harvest them, and then that'll add that to your inventory. So if I like the file, it's nice with us. an absolute jig, and you can't actually see a lot right now. But essentially, the way our dungeoneering system works is that you enter the dungeons with a set number of potions that you bought from the shop, and you have to win 5 times in a row to exit the dungeons and to collect all the rewards. In the future, we may decide that you want to leave earlier.
Yeah, so
Just
it's like a
because
risk
you might-
reward.
yeah,
It's
basically.
like double or nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So right now, with the whole system, you
It's
have
like
the
the
potential
higher roller
for
card.
Yeah, exactly.
you got the potential to win 5 in a row.
So we just have a gamble.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Hello.
Potions.
It's like
uh,
potions.
yeah, if you win 5 in a row, then your inventory just gets updated. It's sort of our lovely inventory system, which took an inordinate amount of time to change. But you know, that's all good.
Do you want to explain how that works?
I won't get switching. But essentially, the way that it worked before was it was a list of strings, which was great because it worked, but you can't have quantities in it, which is useless because you'll obviously be able to stack up a load of potions in advance, so you want to hold a load of ingredients. So the way this was rewritten was that there are 2 lists. There's a list in the dictionary, and one list holds the amount of items that you actually have, and the other list holds their position in the list. So it just means that everything is set, and we don't need to add and remove from that list. And it just basically means I can reference stuff a lot easier without having to worry about that. But that was an interesting redesign there. So what's next is to put harvesting in. I think we're going to finish gardens and the green. Are we going to do the greenhouse as well? Yeah. And get them looking basically as polished as we can before we go in and do any more. So harvesting, polish some stuff up. The town, economy.
Yeah.
And
So if I go and grab, I will.
I might have to stop the screen recording and then do another one because it only will record this screen.
That's fine if I just. I'm gonna open a new one. No, it's fine. I'll blur that out. So
yeah, it will still record.
when we had the meeting with Adam. Yes, did it? No, Friday?
Friday.
Whatever day it is, I don't know what it is. We were basically told to get the garden done ASAP to show, so at least we'd have a playable demo. So we've sort of rejigged. Oh, you don't get Wi-Fi here.
I don't know what. It's only on that spot on the table over there.
That's fine. I think I'll put it on Dropbox. Oh well, I'll pop the video in.
Yeah.
In the bit.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do that on After Effects. And boom. It's the video of the garden that I mocked up,
Oh, yeah,
fingers
your,
crossed, with some of the music. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was discussing with Millie, because there were a few bits I left out, like mushrooms and flowers, because I was trying to get it done.
Yeah.
I might work on those, like with the painting things, so I'm practicing at least, but I'm not doing
Okay.
something massive.
Okay.
But,
Here we go. So with the same music, but it's slightly animated now, and it sort of bobs on top of the motor. Slightly, and that's like the idea that we wanted for the garden. And the greenhouse is going to be in that sort of
Empty space.
empty space. So yeah, that's only 20 seconds. So I really want to push my After Effects that far. So didn't fancy taking a whole of that new 16 gigs of RAM, not really.
Yeah.
That was fun. But yeah, otherwise, I think we're well on the way to getting the
Petering
garden
along.
done.
Quite nice.
And then once that's done, we can reuse a lot of the scripts
Oh yeah, definitely.
and a lot of the assets. And then we'll just get each section done. So we'll probably get a dungeon done next. Just because that system's already in.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just a case of adding and then tuning. It's like, and then there needs to be some visual indicators for it to swing times. That's just a case of like times and distance.
Yeah, so then there's also the visual. What was the visual library? Something architecture.
Visual art. What was that? again?
Information architecture.
I know what you're on about.
So yeah, we've got to make all the UI and the menu stuff,
Yeah.
and basically like when do you water things? Like we've already got some of the watering stuff done, but it's making it more obvious to the player what's happening.